Good afternoon and welcome to another inviting and entertaining show here on T1 TV Kenya. I'm your host Winnie GICHOGU, and today I'm not alone. I have a host. He is very vibrant. He has a lot of experience in this field that we're going to be discussing, and that is youth and matters affecting youth and employment in this country today. And so without further ado, let's get an introduction from our guest today.
Kabisa. How are you?
I'm doing fine,
thank you. Thank you for inviting me to your show. Dear listener, I'm KONGOWEA MSWAHILI, tabadigalachali na tajiriba kubwa. And thank you so much, GICHOGU, for inviting me on your show so that we can be able to tackle this issue of youth and employment.
And there you have it. He is having a very, very energetic mood today. So I'm pretty sure, get ready because you're going to learn a lot of things that are affecting today. You don't have to be choosy. So KONGOWEA youth, stay tuned up or don't go anywhere. We have a lot of interesting facts that are going to come from him. He's going to give us his personal experiences in the field that he's dealing with, what he does, how he tackled the kind of environment he's in, and a lot more. So, Mr. KONGOWEA,
yes,
do tell us, what do you do?
I do so many things, but I'm not a jack of all trades and a master of none. But I'm an experienced counselor by birth. I do a lot of motivational talks and motivational speaking. And I also mentor young people.
Mentoring young people. You hear that?
Young people. And I'm a journalist by profession. And because I was told, I am here because there are people who are studying journalism today. And we started a long time ago. In 2006, I had already
you already cleared with your education in journalism?
Yes, diploma in journalism in 2006. You are not born then.
Come on, do I look that young? Do I really look that young, guys? Come on.
You are not born then. So, when I was in school, I was told that the role of a journalist is to make society a better place to live. By educating them, by entertaining them, and also educating them.
And informing them. And
inform them as well. So, in anything that you do in the society as a journalist, it must impact positively. Either you're educating them on some issues, you are informing them, or you are entertaining them. You are a change agent, you are a catalyst, you bring change in the society. So that's your role. But unfortunately, because we are talking about the youth and employment, our youth and employment, the problem with our young people, and when you talk about the young people, because today everyone is calling himself a young people, including Charles, and he is about 40.
So you're no longer you're calling yourself a youth.
I'm not a youth,
but you're saying you're young.
I'm not a youth because I'm past 35 years, and a youth should be between 13 years and
35 years.
35 years.
Yeah.
So I'm past that age. So I'm not a youth. I'm an adult now. I'm an adult now. So the problem with our young people is that they are programmed the wrong way. Because I was told, go out there, you don't have to be employed by a media house, but you can be that media house that can employ others. All right? Because we don't think the same way. So, when a young journalist who has just finished school, who has just pursued her journalism course, if she or he happens to find no job in any of the media houses, they become frustrated. And they start blaming their parents. I was not for this. And this is where you realize that he or she was not called. He was not in that, he was not for that field.
So how exactly do you actually help our young people to not be focused to fit in just one role? Like, I did journalism, I have to do journalism, I have to go get employed. How do you tune their mind into being flexible? Like, I don't have to do reporting, I don't have to be present there. I can do also blog, I can go become a blogger, start my YouTube channel. How do you help them to become that exactly?
Apart from passing your English and Swahili, so that you can join a journalism school, you need to have a calling. That's one. And a calling comes from God. And this calling is the purpose. And the person who has a purpose is a person who does not sit pretty and wait to be employed by a certain media house. If you get employed, well and good. If you don't get employed, do you just sit there and say, I'm done? No. You need to have that passion. All right? First of all, it's a passion.
Yeah.
Then you go and now expand your knowledge, your passion with knowledge. It's like being a pastor. You need to go to a theology school so that you can read and study deeper
and understand
on
exactly
what you know,
yeah,
and what you've been called to do. All right?
All right.
You need to study the Word of God so that you can be able to preach the Word of God. Even if you are called, you need to delve deep. The same case, you might be called but need to go to a journalism school. Now, after the completion, first of all, I told you that as a young, because we're talking about journalism now, in this case, as a young person, as a young man or a young lady, you need to have the knowledge, because journalism is too wide. But people wamekusanyika na wamebanwa hapa kwa reporter, news anchor, producer and papers, unaona eh?
So they have to look for something wider than that, like you don't have to be confined.
Journalism is very wide. Journalism is very wide. All right? There are people who have, I told you I do motivational talks. Actually, I nurture journalists in school, in primary and secondary schools. All right? But I'm not employed by any bigger media house. No. But I nurture them. Okay? I help them write magazines, school magazines. All right? And village, this school, because they're village schools. Some of them, most of them are village schools, they're schools, and they go schools when they go home. They know a lot what's happening in their society. Maybe somebody alenguka na duthi huko.
So that becomes a new story.
Right, that story.
Yeah.
And let's tuweke kwa paper, kwa magazine ya shule.
You keep on inspiring them.
Yeah, you inspire that young man mpaka kwa secondary school, akitoka pale.
He wants to do journalism now. He knows what he wants.
He knows what he wants.
Yeah.
And if he was not called, he'll pull out.
All right.
Hiki tu inanichosha.
So going back to the matter, youth and unemployment or employment, because people are claiming there are no jobs. I cannot find a specific position. Maybe they did not do the market study so well, such that they're coming and saying, oh, you need this, you need that, and I don't have this. What can you tell our youth right now who's watching us and they are wondering, what can I do with my life because I did not get the job that I went to school to study? So what can you tell them?
Well, there are people who say that being choosy is a vice, but actually it's not a vice, it's a virtue, because not every job that you can do, even prostitution is a job. Carjacking is a job. Kuwekwa na mama mzee is a job, pia unalipwa. Unaona?
But they are not necessarily going in hand in hand with integrity.
So being choosy is not a bad behavior.
But you should also check exactly what are you choosing.
Exactly. Sasa, choice of what you need to do in life should first of all come from within.
What do you have a passion for?
What do you have a passion for? All right? And it is not because your uncle is a policeman or is an army, you need to go that route. Probably you might sometimes find a home where there's so many guys from Kenya Defense Forces, because we alishika mkono, others they didn't have the passion.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
The same case, kuna mtu anasema kwa sababu my uncle alikuwa majiri wa KTN, I want to go there. But you don't have the passion. So the career choice, we do career choice in schools.
Yeah.
We do career choice, all right?
Yeah.
It is also good to find out what is the market. What is the market? But also, don't be caged just around that particular cage. No, get out. All right? Expand, and don't be choosy, as a vice.
Yeah,
but
do it. Yes.
Be choosy as a virtue.
Yeah.
And you say, I can't, even if my father is telling me to be a nurse, because my mom is a nurse, my sister is a nurse, this is not my calling. So you're not choosy, but you feel like, no, I need to be an entrepreneur. I feel that's my calling. Na utajua, a young man should ask himself or herself, even long ago when he was even young, what is it that you do and you feel a sense of
being
joy?
alive. What did you have
And
passion for, even as a kid?
And you are happy, giving you a peace of mind that even if you don't get money at that particular time,
It's giving you satisfaction.
You feel satisfaction. So if it's something that is give you satisfaction, wachana nayo.
So how do we actually now, it's a good thing you have said about something you wanted to do as a kid, and mostly maybe your parent has pressured you when you've grown up and they're like, I don't want you to do or pursue a certain course. Maybe you wanted to do music, maybe you wanted to do arts, and they're like, is that going to give you a livelihood? And so this person pressures you, your parent pressures you and tells you, you know what, why don't you try like journalism? Why don't you try like medicine? But that is not exactly what you wanted. How do you come and tell your parents, and not by getting them upset and telling them, mom or dad, can we do something about this, because I don't want this, I have a passion for this, can you help me? How do you get them to be on the same page with you, so that most people right now, they're choosing the wrong careers, and that's why they don't have the right job, because they were told, go do this, go do that. And we'll be expecting your responses to see, are you going to do the same thing? So how do you engage the parent and the student, so that they come together and they decide, mom, this is what I want, dad, this is what I want. In as much as I respect that this is what you want me to do, should we be in a position to give them a platform where they discuss, this is what I want, and the parents get to listen to their kids?
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, the Bible is very clear in the book of Ephesians 6 and verse Ephesians 6 and verse 1. You children, honor your parents in all things, and this is a commandment of God that has honor.
It has a blessing or a curse in it.
You know, it's a blessing, so that your days will be added or increased. Yeah. And there's a verse that people don't like reading. That other verse from after that verse, because as you parents, do not trigger anger
in your children.
All right?
They leave out that part.
People leave that part. People leave that part because it says so. Sasa, you need to have an honorable approach to your parents. First of all, when I was studying journalism, I was told every opinion counts. Every opinion is good, no matter how silly
it is.
Because that person used his brains.
Yeah.
So every opinion, an opinion is as good as the rest.
Yeah.
So that opinion your parents have, because wameishi kwingi, wameona mengi, first of all, you need to appreciate it. That's one. If you want to win the heart of a parent, father, dad, thank you, because I know you want the best from me. All right? I know, father, being a nurse, first of all, this will give your family a good name.
Yeah.
When you go out there telling your friends that my daughter is a nurse, it makes you feel good.
Respectable.
All right? Again, this job of nursing, father, is good. It's good. It's a good paying job.
Yeah.
All right? However, so you have already, first of all, you have said something good about it.
Yeah.
Because never criticize an opinion before something good is said about it.
Yeah.
So say something good about, something positive about what that person is doing or that person has said, then you say, however, according to me, well, with all the goodies that comes with the job, it will not fit me, because I'll do it because it is you who told me to do it. All right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be rude to patients because it's not my calling. Sometimes I'll be leading strikes because it's not my calling.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can inject patients with the wrong doses.
Because it's not in you.
Because it's not in me.
Yeah.
All right? I'll be looking at a patient pale kwa casualty akifa because I don't have the pain. It is you who pushed me there.
Yeah.
Unamuonyesha the bad side of it.
Yeah.
All right? Father, but if I pursue my dream, Father, I want to be a DJ.
Even the way you're saying it, you have a lot of vibrancy. If I pursue this, you're having like that target.
If I pursue journalism, Father, I'm telling you,
I'm gonna
you
make
see
you
this
proud.
this legal brewing that is in my village that has destroyed so many children.
I will expose it.
I will expose it.
Yeah.
Unaona? Without fear, I will expose it. I will expose the ills and evils in this society.
Okay.
I'll be a change agent. I'll change the society because this is what God has called me to do.
And when you do that, you become like, now you're on the same page with your parent, and they
Yes.
get to understand you.
And they'll say, oh, is that so? Now we leave it to you.
So
And we shall help you. We are behind you. We are behind you. Lakini ukianza kurusha mikono,
staki.
sitafanya hili yako. You cannot talk like that to your parents. You know,
Yeah,
you need to be respectful.
so guys out there, I hope you have had and you have actually listened to that point, because most of the parents, they want us to do what they want to do, because not because they don't understand what you want, but because they want you set for life. Maybe this person is looking, this job has a higher paying level than exactly what you want, but try to show them that it's in your passion. What's your passion? And try to back them up. Talk to them nicely, and they will give you the backup. And that is one way. When you do that, that is one way that is going to help you get the job you want. And when we are dealing with youth and unemployment, we're going to go deeper. This is just the tip of the iceberg, because this is a very broad topic, so we cannot even finish it up today. So until we make sure that all of these issues have been addressed in the society, the youth out there, give us your views. What do you want? What experiences have you gone through? What has triggered you? Do you have another way of making a livelihood apart from that job, of that career you actually went and pursued and you did not get the job to this point? Don't just stay idle, because when you do that, you end up doing more bad things. The vices in the society are going to catch up with you. So we'll take so much a breather, and then we'll come back, and when we come back, we're going to give you much more details. Stay tuned.
Thank you.